Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio with our CB on. We always love to sing those good old country songs. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. I meet a lot of people everywhere I go, on interstates, city streets, and quiet country roads. All those 18-wheelers pulling heavy loads, while me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Almost every trucker throughout this great land has a country DJ he calls his friend, who plays country music to satisfy the soul, while me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio with our CB on. We always love to sing those good old country songs. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Well, some big rig truckers roll on through the night. There are some good old boys who drive from 8 to 5. Well, they listen to the radio, they never feel alone. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio with our CB on. We always love to sing those good old country songs. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home. Me and my radio just keep on trucking home.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Are you ready? It's showtime. Please welcome Tim Kelly.
Come with you now, there's something I've gotta work out. Don't worry, it's all about you. It's a frame of mind that I'm going through. Someday I'll get over this, and I hope our paths will cross again, and I'll be the right person for you. But until then, I'll see you soon. 'Cause I don't know how long this will be. All I know is I gotta be free. There'll be times in my day I long for you. 'Cause I won't return till my heart is true. True, true, my heart is true. It's true. to start? How long will this feeling go on? When will I be ready to come back home? 'Cause I don't know how long this will be. All I know is I gotta be free. There'll be times in my day I long for you. 'Cause I won't return to my heart. It's true. My heart is true. It's true. My heart is true. Cause I don't know how long this will be. All I know is I gotta be free. There'll be times in my day I long for you. 'Cause I won't return to my heart. It's true. My heart is true. It's true. My heart is true. 'Cause I won't return. My heart is true. It's true.
They are Rick and Val. That is called Till My Heart Is True. Before that, my good buddy, Mr. Wolf Milestone from Canada, getting us started tonight, Me and My Radio. Well, welcome to Me and My Radio station. Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. New Music Monday is on the air. KICR, Indie Country Radio. Add a .com to that, and you'll find us live on our website tonight from the live entertainment capital of the world in Branson, Missouri. We've got some great live entertainment lined up for you tonight. 3 hours of New Country's Best by independent artists, and then 2 great radio interviews thrown into the mix. At the bottom half of this first hour, I will be talking to John Denny, and then at the bottom half of hour number 2, I'll be talking to Melissa Gale Klein. That will be our second radio interview tonight. So I'm excited about tonight's show. It's going to be a great one. We want to thank all of the radio stations that replay this program. Great radio stations like KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, Country Road 58 from Germany, countryradio.musicbox4friends.com from Belgium, devilscountryradio.com, radiotheking.be, also from Belgium, WVMIradio.com, Bourbon Trail Radio, WFPNradio.org. We are on bigrecords.world/radio, realradio.us. We are also on Top Shelf Radio Texas and radicalonlineradio.com. You can find KICR Indie Country Radio on iHeartRadio, on Spotify, on Amazon Music, anywhere where you listen to podcasts. We've got a long list of them, and that's always available before the show and after the show on our Facebook page, KICR Indie Country Radio. This next song is brand new from my good friend Mike Morse. It is his latest single called Like Nobody Knows on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
She lives in a big house on the other end of town. My phone, it starts ringing the very second he leaves town. Another crazy weekend with a short goodbye. She'll hurry home to meet him at the door like she's been there the whole time. She makes me love her like nobody knows. Hush, hush, keep quiet, round and round we go.
country music, indie country radio with Tim Kelly.
From the hills of Carolina to the streets of LA, you'll find us country girls rocking our own way. We've got our own style, we've got our own groove. When 9 to 5's done, it's time to cut loose. When country girls rock, it's a physical distraction. When country girls rock, check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting, got the cowboys all a hootin'. When country girls rock, then up in a bass line, setting up a groove. Lead guitar player laying down real smooth. But when the drummer hits on the 2, 3, 4, that's when us country girls start scooting boots across the floor. When country girls rock, it's a physical distraction. When country girls rock, check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting, got the cowboys all a hoot. When country girls rock. Show you what we got. Country girls rock to the beat of their own drum. Don't you ever think you can tell us how to do it, son? Hearts filled with pride, born with rhythm and soul. If you're looking for a good time, we'll tell you where to go. We're gonna rock the country. Come on, girls. Rock the country. Country girls rock. We're gonna rock the country. Hey, hey, hey. Rock the country. Country girls rock. We'll show you what we got. Country girls rock, it's a physical distraction. When country girls rock, check this awesome attraction. Moving, grooving, sliding, scooting, got the cowboys all a hootin'. When country girls rock, we're gonna rock the country. Ooh, rock the country. Country girls rock, we're gonna rock the country.
That is the latest single from my good friend Tiana Woods. She is a great Canadian artist as well, and that is a great girl anthem right there for country girls. It is called Country Girls Rock, Tiana Woods. Go check that one out. Written by my good friend Mr. David Wagner from Springfield, Missouri. Good stuff on the radio tonight. Well, speaking of good stuff on the radio, I'm scrolling through YouTube this week, and I find this next gentleman. It's all audio, but boy, he's got a lot of listeners, and he's going to have more listeners when we push play on this one tonight. His name is Brian Congdon. This is called Dear Next Guy on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Monday.
Dear next guy, I hope you get it right. Hope you keep her smile. Hope she ain't staying up crying late at night. Dear next guy, she likes George Strait, loves Randy Travis, and man, she's big on the little things. To her, I'm just another regret. But to me, she's the one thing I'll never forget. 'Cause she's the kind of girl that can wreck your world in a minute. Yeah, trust me, son, life ain't that fun without her in it. So if you get the chance, you better hold on tight. Do everything I couldn't get right. Dear next guy, when you're looking back on her checkered past and wondering why the ones before you didn't last. Dear next guy, she ain't an open book, but she can give a look that'll damn sure tell you everything. To her, I'm just another mistake. But that's a mistake that you don't have to make. She's the kind of girl that can wreck your world in a minute. Yeah, and trust me, son, life ain't that fun without her in it. So if you get the chance, you better hold on tight. Do everything I couldn't get right. Dear next guy, I may not be her last, but there's a couple firsts that you ain't gonna have, 'cause you're the next guy. Yeah, you're the next guy. She's the kind of girl that can wreck your world in a minute. Yeah, trust me, son, life ain't that fun without her in it. So if you get the chance, you better hold on tight and do everything I couldn't get right. Dear next guy, dear next guy.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
Everybody needs someone to hold in this life, to wear away the darkness and cut through the lies. I was always running so far from that fire, and now everything has changed. And I just want to say, I know it takes a strong one to love somebody like me. In it for the long run, no games or mysteries. And I've been just about everywhere, and I stumbled right here on the truth. Oh, baby, I'm so glad that someone is you. You were an angel with 2 feet on the ground, and I was a man always searching for a way out. And you turned my head and my heart inside out. I've never felt so close. I've never let
make me. In it for the long run, no games or mystery. And I've been just about everywhere, and I stumbled right here on the truth. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I'm so glad that someone is you. Oh, I'm so glad that someone is you.
Making his radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, his name is Brian Collins. The song is called That Someone, and I've got a couple of more great tunes from him for the next Triple Play Thursday that we're going to do. So good stuff on the radio tonight. That is Brian Collins and That Someone. This next artist is a good friend of mine. We have done 2 great radio interviews so far. I found her on this cool little app, perhaps you've heard of it, called TikTok. Her name is Savannah Benz. She got a brand new video to her latest single called Tennessee Dreamin'. It came out at 4 o'clock Central Time today. It is on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. If you get the chance to binge watch that, go check out Savannah Benz and Tennessee Dreamin'. Right now, you're going to hear it on the radio on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
Got my guitar and a ticket, hoping someday I can make it. Nashville's calling me. 'Cause I'm Tennessee dreaming, won't stop believing. Wanna be singing under those lights. 10 years don't bother me, as long as I'm happy. Country music's in my blood, I'm Tennessee dreaming. Shows in honky tonks, writing songs on the road. Nashville feels like home. Recording in a studio on the famous music room with the songs that I wrote. 'Cause I'm Tennessee dreaming, won't stop believing. Wanna be singing under those lights. 10 years don't bother me, as long as I'm happy. Country music's in my blood, I'm Tennessee dreaming. Music City is the place to be. Playing shows on that Grand Ole Opry. Tennessee may be far from home, but for me, it's where I wanna be. 'Cause I'm Tennessee dreaming, won't stop believing. Wanna be singing under those lights. 10 years don't bother me, as long as I'm happy. Country music's in my blood, I'm Tennessee dreaming. Tennessee dreaming. Oh, I'm Tennessee dreaming. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm Tennessee dreaming.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
stuff on the news today makes it hard to believe what they say. Like rumors of this and rumors of that. Girl, to me that's just all chit-chat. Here's the truth about you and I. Here's the truth, baby, I can't lie. Here's the truth, yes, it's true. Here's the truth, baby, I love you. So many men that look right in your eyes filled your head with their sweet little lies. They took your heart and from the start left it bruised and torn all apart. Here's the truth about you and I. Here's the truth, baby, I can't lie. Here's the truth, yes, it's true. Here's the truth, baby, I love you. Just remember these few lines. Here's the truth about you and I. Here's the truth, baby, I can't lie. Here's the truth, yes, it's true. Here's the truth, baby, I love you. Yes, it's true, baby, I love only you. Oh, baby, I can't lie. Baby, I love you. Oh, baby, I love you. Baby, I love you. That's the truth.
His name is Jonathan Lynn. That is called Truth, and Truth is, that's a great song. We'll send it to Donna, and listening to us live and popped into our chat room from Nashville, Tennessee. You can find us in the chat room right now on our website, KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com. Just hit that little chat bubble bouncing around on our Spreaker live radio player. And we are live with John Denny tonight. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Doing fantastic, man. Thanks for doing the program tonight. I've been looking forward to it. We got to meet through my good buddy, Mr. Barry Rogers, a great publicist, and do a three-way call here the other day, and I'm excited to talk to you on the radio tonight.
Well, I'm sure tickled pink to be here, man, and I appreciate the opportunity to get to know some of your folks and get to know you a little better.
Man, I appreciate it. John Denny, your last name is Dennie, so let's get that right. Folks are going to be looking you up during the interview tonight, and I'll ask what your social media is, and I'm looking at your website tonight as well, so we'll get all of that out there. But you got some great country music out of the state of Texas, and boy, I get a lot of good artists from Texas.
Well, yeah, it's kind of in the water down here.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
And yeah, you keep drinking that water down there, man, because it's some good stuff. And I'm excited about your music tonight. I got 5 songs, and we'll do 2 or 3 of them tonight. So, and then we'll get you on another show that I do in a couple of weeks. We'll be back on the air with a triple play Thursday, so we'll play 3 in a row for you on that night.
That sounds great, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think anybody else in radio does triple plays 3 in a row from every artist, even the females. I do those too. So
awesome.
Well, tell us your story. Tell us your story of country music and how you got started.
Well, growing up in I grew up in a musical family, you know, kind of in the music business, sort of. My mom was a viola player. My aunt was a songwriter who was a friend to Ernest Tubb and written a couple cuts with him. And my grandmother was a clawhammer banjo picker. You know, she learned back in the 1800s, you know, right around the turn of the century. So I just grew up in a music family, and by the time I was in my middle teens, I was starting to sneak out of my folks' house and play in clubs and stuff. And as most kids who were guitar players at that time did, I was involved in rock and roll and then eventually jazz. But the thing is, if you grow up in Texas, you grow up with an affinity for and an appreciation for country music.
Yeah.
And if you're going to be a working musician here, you have to, really be passionate about it and love it and play it. And that's kind of where I was. That's, I cut my teeth on rock and roll and country music.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's kind of where I got my start. Yeah.
Awesome. And I'll tell you what, it says that, too, on your bio that you're a deeply philosophical songwriter who places high value on connecting with people through his music. So we talk a lot about songwriting on this program because most of the artists that I play on the radio do write their own material. How many songs would you just take a wild guess and say that you have written, or some that, you might have in the can that aren't even recorded yet?
Oh, gosh. It would be hard to count.
Yeah.
Quite a lot. I'll tell you, I call them germs when I'm working on them. I'm starting to work on them. I'll get an idea for a lyric, or I'll have a bit of a progression down while I'm working on writing songs. And if it comes to mind, I'll go record it really fast. If it's music, I'll put it in a garage band. If it's lyrics, I'll put it in my notes on my iPhone.
Uh-huh.
And I call those germs because they're like seeds that are germinating, right?
Oh, okay.
And right now, I've got probably close to 50 that I've got to finish up. And I've got right now 12 that are just about finished for this new record that we've got.
Uh-huh.
We're going to be releasing singles a little bit at a time, probably 2 or 3, most likely 3 over the next 3 months. At the end of that, then we'll release the entire album, included with those 3 singles and then the rest of the other 9 songs.
Mm-hmm.
And this first single is going to drop on March 31st.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. And I believe you just sent that over to me, so that's going to be a great show.
I did.
Yeah, I just got an interview today with a young lady that I haven't got to play her song tonight yet on the radio, and I'm going to interview her March 31st. So I look forward to playing that.
Oh, nice.
Debuting your song, too. That's going to be a big show now.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
So,
and you can, I don't mind if you want to play it ahead of time. I mean, get people all excited about it.
Man, I appreciate that. I get in trouble all the time, sort of trouble, for debuting music too soon before it's released. But I love getting the songs first, and if you're giving me permission to play it, man, we'll bust it loose. That's for sure.
All right, man. All right.
So, yeah, I appreciate that. There's nothing better than being not only what I call new country's best, but able to play it first for the folks out there. And once it hits radio here, and I've told this to your publicist Barry Rogers many times, and he knows it. And he has to ask me once in a while, how many radio stations are you on now? Well, I'm on 14 other stations. So if I just push play on a song tonight, it immediately goes out to 14 stations the rest of next week.
Nice.
So yeah, we
very
definitely
nice,
get you
yeah.
out there. And these other countries are starving for the music that you guys make, and these Texas artists, like you were talking about, and you included, are super, super good. It's Texas and Canada, I think, are my 2 biggest places for getting country music right now, and I've already played a couple of Canadians tonight to kick off the show.
No kidding.
So
that's exciting.
Yeah, and we get the music from all over the world and send it right back to the world with the push of a button. It's just lovely how technology works now in the music business.
Isn't it just?
Yep.
Yep.
And, I help artists that really struggle with radio airplay, and I believe that good music needs to be heard. And you said in your bio here that you've basically spent a lifetime of, being a music connoisseur type person. So, I've been doing this for the last 10 years full time on the indie side, but I was in FM radio back in 1999. But I enjoy this so much more because you've got more freedom to play the music that I feel that needs to be heard, and yours is definitely that, and we're going to do that tonight. So,
well, I appreciate that. I really think that the change in both the music business and the radio business is just staggering how much has changed.
Yeah.
For the music business, I don't necessarily agree that it's been for the benefit of artists and sometimes not necessarily music. But I think what's happened in the broadcast world as far as radio, I think that's kind of a pretty cool thing. Yeah. Actually.
Yep, absolutely. You know, I got a cool home-based studio in Branson, Missouri, and what a great place to be for country music, too. You know, number 2 to Nashville, I believe. You know, there was a lot of great country music started here back in the day with Roy Clark and Glenn Campbell having a theater here. Andy Williams, not even a country music person, spent 19 years here in Branson. And, you know,
wow.
there's just so much music here, and a lot of it is country, and they love bluegrass here. And gospel music as well, too. We talked about off the air. This is the Bible Belt, so there's a lot of good country gospel. And I've been getting a lot of that lately, so I'm enjoying listening to that and playing some of that on the radio, too. Now, I want to ask you about one thing. In your bio here, it says John Pops Denny. I'm assuming that's a nickname for probably you're a grandpa. Am I correct?
Well, that's not how it happened.
Okay.
In fact, that kind of stuck. Yes, I am a grandfather now, but it happened before I was a grandfather.
Okay. I wanted to hear the story on that. I wasn't sure. We didn't talk about that when we talked the other day.
Well, my daughters, you know, I told you I came from a music family. My daughters are also musicians. And,
okay.
And my oldest daughter was living in Denver, and she was in a band called King Cardinal. And they were doing really well. Had some pretty significant tours in America, and they came to Texas one spring, and they went down to South by for a showcase down there, and they asked me to tag along, and so I tagged along, and because I was there with my daughter and her band, everybody just started calling me Pops. You know, yeah, and so and most of the musicians. Not all of them, but most of the musicians I work with are 20-something, 30-somethings, you know, and they started calling me Pops. And then when we were at venues, some of the venue owners and waiters and stuff like that heard them calling me Pops. And so I thought, this is kind of cool. I'll just go ahead and own this.
I like it.
And so when I released some work, you know, I did it under that name, and I'm thinking about kind of dropping that Pops part and just going by John Denny, because it's kind of confusing for people when they start to look for me.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well,
that's where it came from.
My wife is in the chat room right now on the show live, and we got married at a place in just south of Branson called Pop Smoke Shack. He smokes the best barbecue.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, he smokes the best barbecue I've ever had, and still to this day we go back there every now and then and visit them. And he let us get married on the deck of their patio that overlooks Table Rock Lake, and we had just a beautiful view. A guy built us a gazebo and everything. But Pops, and his name's Kelly, so his first name is Kelly. My last name's that. So
yeah.
We have that in common too, and huge Kansas City Chiefs fans. I know you're probably a Cowboys fan down there in Texas, but
you know, I'm when I was a kid, I was so into pro football, and yes, of course, the Cowboys were my team.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everybody's team, right? They're America's team.
Yep.
I mean, I can't believe I tricked you into saying that. Agreed to that. Anyway. So,
yeah, they're quickly being replaced. So.
Yeah. So and boy, this is embarrassing to admit after this season, but I got my undergraduate degree at Texas Christian University. And so ever since I was there, I kind of just stopped watching pro football and watching college football. And the Horned Frogs have always been my team. And as you know, we made it to the national championship this year.
Yep.
And boy, that was ugly.
Yeah.
Boy, was that ugly. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Nothing. The Cowboys have never looked that bad.
Yeah. Well, and the Chiefs have back in the day. I've been through them 2 and 14 seasons, but they set a franchise record this year of 17-3, including the Super Bowl wins. So that was awesome. I'm still living on the high from that. But I was a big Cowboys fan in the 90s. When I lived down in Oklahoma for 20 years, I spent 20 years down in Ada, Oklahoma, where Blake Shelton's from. So I was close to Sherman, Texas, and the northeast part of Texas, and been to Dallas many times. My wife is from Dallas. And so we've been to Texas many times. And I'll tell you what, country music scenes, there's nothing like it down there, right?
Right. That's absolutely true.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you're in the Sherman area.
Yeah.
So you're probably familiar with Austin College.
Mm-hmm.
There in that area. Do you know what their mascot is?
No, I don't.
It's the Kangaroos.
The Kangaroos. Okay.
And the reason I bring that up is because I live in Weatherford, Texas now, and our high school mascot is the Kangaroos, and my wife was a kangaroo cheerleader. So.
There you go. How about that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to debut a song. Well, actually, not debut it. I played it Friday night, actually. It debuted last Friday night on our New Music Friday program, Escape from Bull Run. So tell us a little bit about the song, though. That's why I love doing these interviews, because I get to hear the stories behind them, and all the fans out there do too.
Yeah, you know... Please don't think that I'm being political on this, because I'm really not.
Right.
But you know how the country's kind of been, the two sides politically have been at odds with each other, you know. And I began watching how people were arguing on Facebook and everything, and I began to think, how does, you know, it doesn't matter if you're conservative or liberal, but you got to be careful with the kind of things that you're saying online. And, you know, and you can't really speak your mind because, you know, it could get you in trouble with, like, if you're in business. I mean, people they're not going to agree with it. So I started thinking about people in that position, and, you know, the first thing that came to my mind was this line is, you know, nobody stands a ghost of a chance if they speak their mind about this stuff. Because on Facebook, everybody was just jumping on them automatically, you know, and verbally beating them up.
Yeah.
Well, it was, as soon as that came to mind, it was off to the races. And like I said, this is not a political song. There's nothing about that at all. There's, you know, but that just gave me the idea for the first line of the song. And it's just one of those songs that just kind of started tumbling out at me really fast. And it's basically about a 16-year-old kid during the Civil War who ran away from home because he was hungry, you know, during the Civil War. And he finds himself being conscripted into the Union Army, and very soon finds himself in Manassas at the Battle of Bull Run. And I don't know if you know your history or not, but the Battle of Bull Run was a very, very bloody battle, and the Union Army lost. And so here's this kid, 16 years old, and he sees what's happened, and he goes, "This isn't for me." And so he steals a cavalry horse and heads out west. Now, like any good Western movie, the kid steals a horse and he's heading out west and he's running from the Civil War. Well, what does that mean? He's going to be an outlaw, right?
Right.
You know, and that's what the story's about. How it finds him at the very beginning of that in the Civil War. He runs away from home, ends up in the Civil War. He runs, you know, steals a horse and heads west. And it's a story about him meeting a girl and falling in love, and you know, and I'll just let everybody else hear the rest of it. But yeah.
Man, that is an awesome story. That is awesome. You know, I've said this many times on the radio. There are so many country songs that later on become movies and soundtrack to movies. You know, there's just a bunch of that. So, you know, I would never think that a new indie country song would be about the Civil War. So I'm glad I asked you the question and the story behind this. This is awesome, man. Escape from Bull Run. His name is John Denny on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. New country's best on a New Music Monday. We'll come back and talk some more right after the song.
I ain't got a ghost of a chance in this land without the reins of my pony and revolver in hand. See, I've run out the outlaws and I've outrun the law. But the railroad in progress is slow to a crawl. Now I ride through the night while shadows stand watch o'er the trail behind. I ain't afraid of a fight, I just choose to fight a fight that's mine. I left home for Manassas when I was 16 for 3 squares a day of potatoes and beans. Stole a horse from the cavalry, but they give me this gun. Yeah, I never looked back when I escaped from Bull Run. Now I ride through the night while shadows stand watch o'er the trail behind. I ain't afraid of a fight, I just choose to fight a fight that's mine. Time that I got, yeah, I'm fast as they come and a deadly good shot, and it's only a matter of time before the day that I hang. Fell in love with a maiden near the Washita Hills, but I shot down a paw and I ransacked his steel. Then I lit out for Texas as I bid her farewell. Yeah, whiskey and women gonna send me to hell. Now I ride through the night while shadows stand watch o'er the trail behind. I ain't afraid of a fight, I just choose to fight a fight that's mine. I ain't got a ghost of a chance in this land without the range of my pony and revolver in hand.
Now you hear the song behind the story. That is called Escape from Bull Run. His name is John Denny, live with us tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio. Fantastic song, man. I love that so much. I've got to listen to it twice now, so it's not going to be the last time we're going to play that. That's a great song.
Well, man, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Man, I appreciate your time tonight. You have been fantastic to talk to. I know we could talk a whole lot longer than 30 minutes, and in fact, a couple of days ago, we probably did top that when we were on the phone. So you're just,
believe we did.
Yeah, you're super easy to talk to, and that's what I love about the indie artists. You know, you guys are just the real deal, you know, and you're just out there trying to make the world a better place by the music that you put out there. And you know, music is art, but it sure helps people along the way in certain situations of their life, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. It absolutely does.
Yeah,
I don't know where I'd be without it.
Yep, and so what we try to do with this radio station is make it like a really cool art gallery that you've never been to before. So if you haven't heard these indie country artists, and I've been doing this, we talking off the air just now, I've been doing this for 10 years, And I haven't heard some of the music that we've played tonight until just this week. So it is that new and that fresh, and we get it out to the world, and I love doing it. And, man, I'm glad to do yours, too. It's been fun.
Well, thank you, man. I sure appreciate it.
Absolutely. Where can folks find you on social media?
Well, you can find me at Facebook. Actually, any of them. If you'll just do Twitter / or Facebook / or Instagram / and after that you'll put John Denny Music.
Okay.
And that's the handle for all of my social media, and I believe that's even true for YouTube. And of course I spell my last name Dennie.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I want to be clear on that, because when we first met and started talking, I wasn't sure if it was like the Denny's restaurant spelled with the Y, but it's IE. So John Denny, that's who he is. And man, I sure appreciate your time tonight. We're going to blast this out on all of our radio pages after the interview's done too, and post the whole playlist, and everybody can listen to your music again off of our social media pages too. So we'll do that for you tonight, and then like I said, all of next week, this coming week actually, you're going to be on 14 other radio stations around the world. So.
Well, that sounds great, man.
Yeah.
I sure appreciate the opportunity.
Absolutely. Keep doing your thing and making that music and releasing new stuff from time to time. Keeps you on the radio, so hit me up anytime.
Will do, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Hey, tell me about this second song real quick we're going to play, called Creole Lady.
Okay, well, that's an interesting song. I lived in New Orleans for a while. This is there's a couple songs that were inspired by my time in New Orleans. This song is I don't know. I had this kind of swampy sound on the guitar when I was playing with the progression, and it made me think of my time in New Orleans and you know the Creole food and Creole culture and Haitian culture and you know and voodoo and all that and so I came up with this idea of a kind of I don't know, a mysterious woman who lived in the backwoods, and I just really didn't know where that was going to go. But before I knew it, it became a story about a Creole woman in, say, 1930s America who fell in love, right?
Uh-huh.
And unfortunately, she fell in love with a white man. Which, as you know, was probably not something that was accepted in the South in the 30s. And in fact, it got a lot of people killed.
Right.
And in this particular story, this particular song, it's about this woman who falls in love, and the townspeople are talking about it. You know, that she's up to no good, and she's, you know, and they end up coming for her, and they end up lynching her. And you don't really. It's hard. The words "don't lynch" never come out of my mouth in the song. That's not spoken at all. Mm-hmm. But if you listen closely, you go, "Oh, okay, yeah, that is what the song's about." And yeah,
wow,
it's one of the songs that I consider kind of important to speak to just how ugly racism can be.
Yes.
You know, and yeah.
Well, you got some movie soundtracks on your hands, my friend. That is awesome.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. I love listening to these stories. I could talk to you for a whole lot longer. So let's do this again in a few months. Come back soon.
I would love to.
Man,
absolutely.
I'd love to have you. His name is John Denny. This is called Creole Lady on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on a New Music Monday.
Follow the sound of the whippoorwill up the path through the pines near the old stone mill. About a mile away, there's a cabin in the woods where the town folks say she was up to no good. The Creole lady of the water and the pine. Enchanted lady, give you love while there's still time. It was a hell of a day back in 39 when they took her away to pay for her crime. Falling in love was how it all began, but she fell in love with a poor white man. The Creole lady of the water and the pine. Enchanted lady, give her love while there's still time. A love that big should have conquered all, even though the face she had was small compared to their hate. She never shed a tear, and she never let them see the fear she carried to her grave. Whippoorwill up the path through the pines, you can hear her still. Sing that song under a moon full of hope. You just might find yourself at the end of that road. Creole lady of the water and the pine. Enchanted lady, give it love while there's still time.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I guess you're gonna miss her. She wasn't wearing a ring. I knew I had to kiss her, cause I simply can't resist her. Looks like it's more than a fling. When I hung up the phone, I knew I better be gone when the sheriff showed up this time. So I fired up my truck, and with a little bit of luck, I'd make it to the county line. Yeah, I'm a one step ahead and running for my life. Two-step dancing with another man's wife. Foot on the floor, hear the engine whine. Last mile to go before the county line. Now the Kerr County Sheriff got a badge and gun. He's bigger than me and mean as he come. He's riding around in a brand new ride, another backseat rider, just a up and dive. But none of that upsets me, cause I know he'll never get me without a four-wheel drive. won't seem nearer. I plan on staying alive. Gonna burn me some diesel and lose that old weasel like a bootlegger running his shine. So I cinched down my load and took her off-road. Now I'm headed for the county line. Yeah, I'm a one step ahead and running for my life. Two-step dancing with another man's wife. The foot on the floor, hear the engine whine. Last spot to go before the county line. Now you might be inclined to think the worst of me. Hell, if I had enough time, I'd probably agree. But one thing I know, and I will never budge, he's got a handful of stones and he better not judge. His lady seen him gawking at the college girls who walking. Now she's riding with me. We spent the whole night talking and we're gonna be a-walking down the Irish Street. Yeah, she's my shotgun rider, and nothing could be finer. I can't believe that she's mine. Now we're shifting gear as we disappear. We're headed for the county line. Yeah, I'm a one step ahead and running for my life. Two-step dancing with another man's wife. Foot on the floor, hear the engine whine. Last mile to go before the county line. Oh Lordy mama, foot on the floor, hear the engine whine. Last mile to go before the county line.
That song just made its debut on KICR Indie Country Radio tonight. It is called the County Line Song. The artist is my good buddy, Mr. John Denny. John Denny is D-E-N-N-I-E. JohnDenny.com is his website. Go over there and check him out and tell him Tim Kelly sent you. He is fantastic. We will be playing him some more. Welcome to hour number 2 of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, host of the show. KICR IndieCountryRadio.com is our website. We are live right now on there on a New Music Monday, and boy, we got some more new music to bust out in hour number 2. I just hooked up with this next artist today. She sent an email to my TV channel with a brand new video that she has out, so you can check it out on ICTV Indie Country Television. But you're going to get to hear the song first tonight on the radio. And we scheduled an interview for March the 31st, the very last day in March. Miss Amanda Hagel will be with me. The song is called These Roots from Amanda Hagel on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on New Music Monday.
These roots to set out on a journey. These boots to walk 1,000 miles the first time I stepped on these roots. This heart acting like a compass. This part of me I can't explain, but inside it guides on these roots. The place where I was blessed to be born and raised in. The winds of change have come, but the one thing that remains is all of this love and these roots. This life, searching for a purpose, it's like what makes me feel alive, and in time I'll find the place where I was blessed to be born and raised in. The winds of change have come, but the one thing that remains is all of this love and these roots. Yeah, 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 yeah. roots.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do.
Today's country. More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
With new strings on that old guitar and a cowboy hat, I'm ready to go. I'm gonna be at the Grand Ole Opry and sing to a sold-out show. Waylon and Merle, you were true heroes of the old country music hall. Your names and your music are shown from wall to wall. That old music will never die, always in our hearts and souls. For that old time country music sings how life should be told. So let's lift our hats to the legends of the old country scene, singing the outlaw country songs the way it should always be. Those old Opry stars will never fade like wood do over time. The music fills the halls and makes this old place shine. So strum a beat to an old country song and sing it way out loud. Let Waylon and Merle and all the world know that we are country music proud. That old music will never die, always in our hearts and souls. But that old time country music sings how life should be told. So let's lift our hats to the legends of the old country scene, singing the outlaw country songs the way it should always be. So let's lift our hats to the legends of the old country scene, singing the outlaw country songs the way it should always be. Singing the outlaw country songs the way it should always be.
Making his radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio, his name is Brad Simmons, and Simmons is Simmonds. That is called Waylon and Merle. Great country tune. And, we talked about outlaws in our radio interview tonight. Outlaw country is a great genre that everybody loves. Those outlaws like Waylon and Merle and Willie and those guys, Johnny Cash. Good stuff, and that is a great, well-done song. He posted that on one of my music pages today. Right before the show, I let him know we're going to play it for him, and I hope he's tuned in and got a big fan base that just heard him for the first time on this radio station. It won't be the last time either. Mr. Brad Simmons. This next artist is Dawson Drake. You can check out the video to this one on ICTV, Indie Country Television. The title is called You Know Who I Wrote It About, from Dawson Drake on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Monday.
Now I've been drinking around every dive bar in this town. If I could find a spot without the jukebox on, I'd go wash your memory down. And I still think of you in every country tune. I hear your name in every line. say it takes some time, but I'm dying inside. 1 quarter at a time. 1 quarter at a time. Oh yeah. And I could drive all night till I see the sunlight, but I won't turn on the radio. 'Cause to tell you the truth, I still think about you in every country song. And I could play all night in every honky-tonk bar till the bartender kicks me out. But I can't even stand to sing my own love songs, 'cause you know who I wrote them about. Maybe it's this town or it's just fate, 'cause every time I see you, you put on a face. But everybody knows that that's just fake, 'cause you walk around here with a chip on your shoulder that only I can replace. That only I can replace. Tell you the truth, I still think about you in every country song. And I could play all night in every honky-tonk bar till the bartender kicks me out. But I can't even stand to sing my own love songs, 'cause you know who I wrote them about. Oh, you know who I wrote them about. I could drive all night till I see the sunlight, but I won't turn on the radio. 'Cause to tell you the truth, I still think about you in every country song. And I could play all night in every honky-tonk bar till the bartender kicks me out. But I can't even stand to sing my own love songs. No, I can't even stand to sing my own love songs. No, I can't even stand to sing my own love songs, 'cause you know who I wrote them about. Yeah, you know who I wrote them about. Yeah, you know who I wrote them about. You know who I wrote them about.
New country sounds like this.
I'd rather drink a hot beer, build a fire in the pouring rain, burn all of my fishing gear, then set sail in a hurricane.
And this.
I don't wanna be a good time girl, arm around my shoulder, shutting down your favorite bar.
And this.
99 Halo couldn't take you away.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR, Indie Country Radio.
It was just 3 days. It was only a weekend. It was a staircase, snow piled up, skating off the deep end. It was a dance in a dive bar that came without a warning. It was a bus ride back, feather in my hat, coffee in the morning. Yeah. You took the 70 back to the city. I had a plane to catch. We lit a fire, it's still burning. Yeah, let's follow it back. Meet me in Colorado. Yeah, there's something about that place. Spin out like a silver I swore time stopped, where the street lights burn like a burned out star. Wherever you are, yeah. Meet me in Colorado. Whoa. I'll save you a spot at the tabletop where we shared stories, took too many shots. We got so lost in the moment. Yeah, I wasn't joking. If life ever gets too hard, meet me in Colorado. Yeah, there's something about that place. Spin out like a Silverado around that town till the whole world fades away. Kiss me on that same sidewalk where I swore time stopped, where the street lights burn like a burned out star. Wherever you are, yeah. Meet me in Colorado. Oh. Meet me in Colorado. You took the 70 back to the city. I had a plane to catch. We lit a fire, it's still burning. Yeah, let's follow it back. Meet me in Colorado. Yeah, there's something about that place. Spin out like a Silverado around that town till the whole world fades away. Kiss me on that same sidewalk where I swore time stopped, where the street lights burn like a burned out star. Wherever you are, yeah. Meet me in Colorado. Oh. Meet me in Colorado.
Making her radio debut tonight on KICR Indie Country Radio. Her name is Claire Wright. That is called Colorado, her latest single. I love the sound of that one. And I want to send it out to all of the folks at KUHS Denver in Denver, Colorado that play this show and have for many, many years. My good buddy, Mr. Henry Archuleta, and all of the fine folks at KUHS Denver. KUHSdenver.com is the website. Thank you very much, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Meet me in Colorado on the radio. There you go. How about the women of country radio? Aren't they fantastic? Up next is my good friend, Miss Lynn Say. Her last name is S-E-Y. It is called Southern to the Bone on today's country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New country's best on New Music Monday.
Here in the South, we say y'all and bless your heart. Drink that ice cold sweet tea in old mason jars. Lie on quilts in fields, looking up at the stars. Flag flying Americans, that's who we are. Only life I've ever known. Born and raised with country folk, but I can't say now that I'm grown, I'm proud to be Southern to the bone. Drive through the mud with big tires on our trucks, in a stand all night, waiting for that big buck. Looking for excuses just to turn things up. We party hard, but in God we trust. Only life I've ever known. Born and raised with country folk, but I can't say now that I'm grown, I'm proud to be Southern to the bone.
to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. We were smoking hot with a love that was fiery red. But she put it out when she found another. She left a scar that'll last forever. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. The fire that we had left. She said goodbye and she loved me one more night. But I lived to tell the tale of how I walked through hell. And I paid the price I had to pay, 'cause I kissed the devil herself. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. We were smoking hot with a love that was fiery red. But she put it out when she found another. She left a scar that'll last forever. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. The fire that we had left. Left a taste on my lips that I'll never forget. And now I know the meaning of regret. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. We were smoking hot with a love that was fiery red. But she put it out when she found another. She left a scar that'll last forever. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. I was burned by the spark of the fire that we had left. The fire that we had left.
The song is called Burned, and we debuted him last Friday night on New Music Friday. Burned got played for the first time on this radio station tonight. It is also a fantastic song. Getting enough music for some of these artists to do Triple Play Thursday. So we'll be back on with that one here in about 3 weeks, and 3 plays in a row for every artist on the program. But we're going to be doing that for this next young lady tonight because we're doing a radio interview. So we're going to play 3 from her. Her name is Melissa Gail Klein. How are you tonight?
Hi, I'm doing great. I'm really happy to be on the show. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. I was looking forward to it. I'm glad you hit me up again. This is our second radio interview. You worked with my good friend Mr. Barry Rogers in the past, and he hooked us up the first time, and you told me in an email here a while back that you wanted to stay on my radar. So I'll tell you what, having you on my radar is better than having the weather radar that we had last night. We had some thunderstorms roll through, but they're out of here now. So.
That's good news.
Yeah, and good news when you said that you could do tonight on the program too. So I'm excited about that. Now, you also are an artist from Texas. I just interviewed John Denny, one of Barry Rogers' new folks that is also from Texas. But at the moment, you're not in Texas. At the moment, you're not in Texas. You are in the country of Colombia, correct?
That is right. Yeah, I'm in Medellin, Colombia. It's 9:30 p.m. here, so I stayed up for y'all. It's past my bedtime.
Wow. My bedtime. I sure do appreciate that. And, you know, I do this show past my bedtime sometimes. No, not 9 p.m. is it for us old folks.
Oh, man. It's good to get your beauty rest. very important.
Yes, absolutely. But you say your husband is from Colombia, and that's why you're over there at the moment.
Yes, that's right. I want to give a shout out to him. He's tuned in right now.
Okay.
We're here visiting family, and it's been wonderful. We went on our honeymoon, too.
Oh, wow. So newlyweds, huh?
Yeah, I got married since the last time I was on the show. So
Okay.
changes, marriage, new album,
Nice. I can't remember the last time, how long it's been the last time you were on. I may have got married, too. I've been married now for about 14, 15 months. It was October of 2022 October of 2022 that we got married, so.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Yay, love.
Yes, absolutely. So you got some new music that we love, and we're going to play that tonight, and I'm excited about it. But when I read your bio the last time, and for folks that didn't hear our first interview, I was excited because I heard the vocals, and then I find out really after reading the bio how multi-talented you are. You play the banjo and the flute. You're a singer-songwriter, and you do a lot of cool stuff in music. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how this journey in music kind of got started for you.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, and thanks everyone for tuning in and listening. Yeah, I started out playing the flute, the classical flute, when I was in elementary school. I had an awesome flute teacher named Heather, and I started composing music. I started writing really like classical songs and just fell in love with music. And my wonderful mom, she got me just turned on to all the 60s and 70s classics from a young age.
Yeah.
And so music's just really seeped into my soul, and great musicians. I got a good education from my mom and from just all that listening. So, when I didn't start singing until I was in my 20s, early 20s, and I found the banjo and just started writing songs. It was really natural. And, I didn't, set out with the idea of being a musician, but just slowly things fell into place, and I now play with an incredible live band. They're called the Morning Dew.
Yeah.
And we went on our first tour last year, and we have a bunch of shows coming up. Our album release in Austin in the spring.
Wow.
So that's the long and short of it.
That is awesome. Yeah, I was looking at that in your bio too, and I was going to mention it, but you have come so far that you have blossomed into a 5-piece band called Melissa and the Morning Dew. I love that name, and I guess you were out maybe having coffee one day and maybe stepped in some grass in your bare feet, and that's how you come up with Morning Dew, or is that how that happened, or tell us about it?
My darling friend Jacqueline, she plays cello and sings beautiful harmonies in her band, and she thought of the name. For the longest time, I was like, what are we going to call the band? Like the Melissa Gail Klein band? No, it's like, no. And the Morning Dew, she just came out with it, and
wow. And
so we've been the Morning Dew ever since. Sometimes we're like, we joke with each other, like, we're the dewdrop, the dewdroplets. Just amongst ourselves. I don't know if that would go over as well. So what do y'all think? Let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. I talk about this all the time. When you put a band together like that, and you guys play on the road and live on the road a lot, and eat on the different venues and stuff like that, it's a family type atmosphere, isn't it? And you get close to those folks.
Totally. Our first tour last year was really fun. We went through New Mexico and Colorado, and we went in our big blue van called whose name is King Blueberry, the van's name. Mm-hmm. Actually, the van broke down in the end, but we were able to make all the shows, and we had a great time. It was really special.
That's awesome. You mentioned Jacqueline in the band, so tell us the other band members. I'm looking at it on the website, but I'll let you tell us who they are.
Sure. Well, Jacqueline plays the cello, and she has her own project called Arc-Array Music. Incredible. You should check it out. And John Clayton on the guitar. He's been such a great, loyal member, super, super talented guitar player. He has his own project with his wife, Tina Turner.
Wow.
And it's called Free Marie. And then Yeah, and then Ethan and Augie on the bass and the drums. They're the newest addition, and they just hold it down. They're really cool guys.
Awesome.
Super
awesome.
talented. They play with lots of great people in Austin too.
Nice. Now, we got some brand new music from you tonight. The last time we had you on the radio, I played a couple of songs from your previous album, but we got 2 brand new ones tonight. Where do you guys go to record and get in the recording studio and make these songs?
Yeah, we recorded this album, which is called Home, with Jason Richard of Clockwright Studio.
Okay.
And Jacqueline had recorded an album with him, and I met him, and we became friends, and he actually introduced me to Barry. Super supportive, super talented. Yeah, he actually played bass with Rocky Erickson.
Okay.
I'm not very familiar with his music, I'm sorry to say, but a lot of people love him a lot, and Jason's, yeah, he's great. It was fun. It was during the pandemic we got back in the studio, and it was a little bit of a push because that was a little bit of like a challenging time for a lot of us musicians, not being able to play shows and get together. But Jason, he held the candle for us and was super supportive, and yeah, we wanted to make an album that was just really authentic and down to earth and more true to our live band sound, and yeah, so it's coming out in May.
I love it. Now, I appreciate you hitting me up specifically because you are from the state of Texas, and that's what I was just telling John Denny before we interviewed tonight, that, you know, most of my music in the country music world comes from Texas and Canada. But then I find somebody like you, and I don't know that you consider yourself a country music artist, but you definitely have the vocals and the songs that people need to hear, and so I'm more than willing to put them on the radio for you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I appreciate you having me on the show. Yeah, that we definitely cross genres. There's some country leaning things, and then we experiment. Some of the songs that you'll hear maybe lean in more of a soul direction, indie, but there's definitely country overtones.
Yeah. And that's what is so neat about music, and I mentioned it earlier. You know, there's so many genres within country music. I just played a gentleman that did a song about Waylon and Merle, and they were outlaws in the outlaw country genre. There's pop country. There's all kinds of different genres within country music now. So I love a wide variety of everything too, just like you. You know, I don't just listen to country music. We love a light rock station here in Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson, where I'm at, and my wife and I listen to that all the time. You know, and I encourage others to. I encourage others to listen to my show. I've listened to myself before on the radio and the program, and I play so much new music when I hear my show. I have to even wait until I talk to hear who the artist is because I've got a playlist of so much new stuff that just comes out every day. There's new music in my email, and so that is awesome. It's quite a challenge to get it all played in the 3-hour show, but I love doing it for the folks, and so it's good to have you back on. Now, you got a brand new song called Foolish, so tell us a little bit about the story behind it. That's why I love doing these interviews. I get to hear those.
Yeah, well, Foolish is, let's see, I'm like, this one is definitely about it's kind of like a sassy tune. I was definitely feeling like getting over a previous heartbreak, kind of. It's sassy because I was kind of trying to get over that person, but also the story behind the song has to do with me finding my personal power and my sense of wholeness and not looking for love outside of myself in places where, like, it's like drinking water from a stagnant pool. It's like over there you're not going to get what you're looking for, and it's within, and learning to love myself and finding healthy relationships. But yeah, there's definitely some heavier imagery as I was going through that process. It's a fun song. I really, I don't know. It's had its time for me where it's all I wanted to sing.
Wow, isn't that something?
I hope y'all like it.
You know, those are the best ones when you can really put your heart and soul into the song and tell that story. And of course, a lot of them are so emotional. You know, if you can pull it off without tearing up during the song and have to retake and stuff like that in the studio, which I know that probably happens. But you know, that's the beauty of the song,
Yeah.
when it's your story to the rest of the world, isn't it?
Totally, yeah. This song is when I wrote it and when I recorded it, it came together really seamlessly. Like, it wasn't I didn't have to re-record too much. There's other songs where I definitely labored with them more in the recording, but this one, yeah, just kind of gelled.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to play it for the folks right now. If you can hang out with us for just a little bit, we'll come back and talk a little bit more with Melissa Gail Klein. This is called Foolish from Melissa and the Morning Dew on KICR Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Like the echo of voices that lap up to taunt me on the shores of your beach. You are a lighthouse, so bright and so brave. I approach from a distance, your noble light dawning like a crack in the grave. If you could just hear me out here in the rain, falling so quiet in love with your gorgeous kaleidoscope pain. If you could just see me out here in the storm, feeling so foolish for searching for love where I don't belong. You are an island, slightly out of touch, a shelter of peace and protection just beyond the bounds of my love. And what I love about you is a smile on your face. Breaks me like tsunami, surfer waves crashing through dreams of white lace. If you could just hear me out here in the rain, falling so quiet in love with your gorgeous kaleidoscope pain. If you could just see me out here in the storm, feeling so foolish for searching for love and where I belong. Feeling so foolish for searching for love and where I don't belong. Feeling so foolish for searching for love and where I don't belong.
Her name is Melissa Gail Klein. That is a brand new single called Foolish. I'd be foolish not to play that. I'll tell you what, that is fantastic. And we got to hear some banjo in there and some of the other instruments we talked about that you play. So total talent all the way around, my young lady.
Thank you. Yeah, lots of cool musicians played on that track too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and good things happen like that when you do surround yourself with good people. I say it all the time in the music business, especially in Nashville, you know, where the great studio musicians for country music are, and people, a lot of people name off ones that I hear over and over again, a lot of the great ones in Nashville, but You've put together quite a band in this Morning Dew band. They sound fantastic.
Thank you so much. Yeah, there's so many great musicians in Austin, and the scene is very supportive.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people will collaborate and get together, and something I love about Austin.
Yep, absolutely. Well, you were talking about in the song Foolish, about love and things like that, and you told me that you did just recently get married, so congratulations on that, and you're on your honeymoon now in Colombia. So tell us the story of how you and your husband met. I want to hear that.
Okay, it's a good one. We were at a bar on the east side of Austin called the Sahara Lounge. It's a classic. It's a gem. And I was playing with my best friend Jen's brother's band, Patois. And Jen, for her birthday, it was her birthday bash, she asked if I would do a cover of a song by her favorite artist, Ajon. And the band, Patois, which is like a reggae fusion band, did a really cool reggae cover of one of my songs. And
wow.
Yeah, that night I saw this handsome gentleman in the crowd, and he came up to me and I like touched my wrist. He was asking me about this bracelet that I have.
Uh-huh.
And we just connected, and I felt this magical spark, and I was like, I think that's my husband. He didn't know. He wasn't sure. But, it turns out that he was. I was on to something there.
Would you call it love at first sight? Because it sure sounds like love at first sight.
I had love at first sight, yeah.
Isn't
and then
that
he was
something?
looking around for me, and he was like, where did she go? And then he's like, I think she's going to sing. He just had that feeling. And then I was on the stage singing, so maybe that sealed the deal. I don't know. You have to ask him.
Well, you have him following you now, following you everywhere. Like, where did she go? But you're going to have a bigger following, I believe, in the world of music because your music is fantastic, and you guys are super, super talented.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's such an honor to make music, and I'm so glad that I encountered this path. It can be challenging sometimes, just putting it out there in the world, but
yeah.
Programs like yours and people who support music, it just makes it all worth the while. And everybody listening out there, us musicians really appreciate your support. And because we make this art and it's so personal, and then we just put it out there. So
you are absolutely welcome. I'm glad to do it for you guys. It's music that needs to be heard. There is no doubt about that. And speaking of music that needs to be heard, now vocally, we love your voice. So you said you didn't start singing until you were in your 20s. Tell us about that journey. You start out playing the instruments, but then at what point did you say, I think I want to try singing? And kind of tell us, how did that go?
I have to credit my dear friend Courtney. She's my oldest friend. Her and her sister Madison. I was hanging out at their house, and we were just singing and goofing around, and she was like, "Hey, your voice is really cool. Like, that sounds good. Sing again." And so I think we were doing a cover of, like, they say the neon lights are bright on Broadway, just like messing around.
Oh wow!
She was like, "Hey, sing that again." And then another friend of mine, April, she also was like, "You sound good." I was singing in the shower. And then I just started singing all the time. I would just walk around and just sing. I would sing Billie Holiday songs and try to sing Joni Mitchell songs, which are quite a bit more challenging in a different way. But yeah, and then I got myself a voice teacher, amazing woman. We had a really special connection, and I worked with her once a week for about 2 years, and got a good download of some good just basics of singing and practice. And so years later, I still consider myself a newbie, but I do give voice lessons sometimes, and I'm just always practicing and studying. It's really fascinating instrument, the voice.
That is awesome. You know, being taught voice is really cool, and I ask that all the time, you know, because we do have a natural God-given ability, but, you know, to do something and get better and better at it, you have to practice at it, and having a teacher and doing those practice sessions and staying true to those and the schedules and everything that they come up with, that's just makes you a better artist down the road, doesn't it?
Yeah, there's no way around it. Got practice,
Yeah.
but yeah, my teacher instilled some really great technique and also some good performance tricks. She used to make me always keep my eyes open, and she would come to my shows and like look at me in the eye and make sure I was looking at everyone so I could be really like transmitting the message and be interesting, you know, engaging. So.
Yeah. Well, that is awesome, and I love hearing the stories behind the songs, and that's why I love doing these interviews. But I love your heart and you as a person, because I'm going to read this next part. You've been on many radio stations before and podcasts and programs like mine. It's our second radio interview. But behind the scenes, people may not know this about you, that you put your heart and soul into your work as a therapist, and you are an advocate for women survivors of sex trafficking. I think that is amazing about you, Melissa. Tell us about that a little bit. How'd that happen?
So yeah, well, it's such a great honor and privilege to do the kind of work that I do, and yeah, I started volunteering at prisons and jails, and I love doing that work so much that I went back to school, got my master's in social work, and yeah, my first job out of school was working at a house called the Magdalene House for survivors of sex trafficking, and yeah, I've done a lot of workshops, things with music, and without music, just like creativity, art, talk therapy, at a lot of different places now. And one of my favorite memories is I have two. One was performing with Jamie Harris. Maybe some of you are familiar with her. She's one of my heroes, personal heroes. She's really great. Mm-hmm. And she played with me at a prison in Texas. And her partner, who's a wonderful musician and famous, I believe. I can't remember if she won a Grammy or the Grammy nominated, but Mary Gaucher, she had to wait in the car. She was not allowed to come in. The warden wouldn't let her in. That was sad, but she took it in stride, you know. So playing with Jamie, that was so special. And then one time I got to sing on the steps of Austin City Hall for a campaign for a man who was formerly incarcerated and was running for city council in Austin. So
wow.
Super special to get to use music as a platform for, you know, elevating the voice of people who have gone through tremendous hurt and healed, and you know, I'm all about that.
Isn't that something? You know, in your bio at the top, it says, you know, music helps you get through the everyday grind, and it sure does that for folks. And there's songs in there that, you know, in the world of music that just touch people in certain ways, and, you know, the lyrics they know by heart, and they'll never forget them and things like that. But what you do with your music and helping people like you do is something that is to be admired.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really love the work that I do. I consider myself very blessed to get to witness people in their vulnerability and be a guiding light and kind of help people as I can to find their personal power and get on their path and heal, and it brings me great joy.
That is awesome. Man, I'm sure glad you hit me up again about doing another radio interview. It has been my pleasure to talk to you tonight. I have enjoyed it immensely, and I wish you and your husband a long life and a long marriage, and have a great honeymoon in Colombia. I've never been there, but I was telling you off the air, I have a friend that just moved to Destin, Florida a couple of years ago, and we knew her from Springfield, Missouri, just north of Branson is how we met. And we became great friends. She calls me her big brother, and I call her my little sis. And we just really hit it off. And she is from Colombia. Her and her family lived over there for years. And so they're just the neatest people. And
it's a wonderful country.
Oh, and the cooking, the food is amazing.
Delicious. Yeah. It's a wonderful country. Many wonderful people. So
Yes.
I'm so grateful to get to be here too.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for
Well, thank you for having me.
Yes, and thank you for taking the time during your honeymoon to talk to us tonight. I sure do appreciate that. And you got a brand new song, another one we're going to talk about just for a second. If you can tell us about this song, Worth, that we're going to play next.
Okay, sure. Worth is our most recent single. It's about finding your inner beauty and inner power, and it's more of like a catchy kind of pop leaning tune, and it's really close to my heart. So I hope you like it.
Okay, absolutely. And one more thing, where can folks find you on social media? I'm looking at your website right now, but I'll let you tell it.
Yeah, you can find me at melissa.gale.klein on Instagram, Melissa Gale Music on Facebook, melissagaileklein.com, and that's my email address too. We're going to be coming on tour through the Southwest again this summer and playing in Austin. So come, connect with us, come check us out. We would love to hear from anybody who's tuning in.
Sounds great. Well, we love having you on the program, and don't be a stranger. I'll keep you on my radar, and we'll keep each other. All right, and we'll definitely get in contact and do something again real soon. I appreciate having you on. Her name is Melissa Gale Klein with Melissa and the Morning Dew. This is called Worth on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on New Music Monday.
Nobody ever told you how much it's gonna hurt. Nobody ever told you just what you're worth. Nobody ever told you how much it's gonna hurt. Nobody ever told you just what you're worth. 'Cause you can't trade money, you can't trade money for love. You got real worth, honey, it's more than you ever dreamed of. No, you can't trade money, you can't trade money for love. You got real worth, honey, it's more than you ever dreamed of. I don't know where you're going, and I don't know where you've been, but I know if you're like me, you've been looking within. You know that your beauty, you cannot see with your eyes. It's more of a feeling, something you can't define. 'Cause you can't trade money, you can't trade money for love. You got real worth, honey, it's more than you ever dreamed of. No, you can't trade money, you can't trade money for love. You got real worth, honey, it's more than you ever dreamed of. And I know that you hate me, and you think that I'm blind, but I can see through you. I can see through your mind. I can see through your self-doubt, and I can see through your fear. Straight to your pulsing heart, where you hide all your tears. No, you can't trade money, you can't trade money for love. You got real worth, honey, it's more than you ever dreamed of. just what you're worth.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now. On Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
One day I woke up and I thought that I cannot remember the reason why I should get out of bed today with all of this weight on my mind. Then I thought, hey, that's not me, it's just a passing negativity that hooked into me like a talon and dragged me around until I could break free. I will pick myself up off the ground and shake off the chatter that drowns out the sound of music ringing clear as a bell. Holds out its hands to lift me from hell and holds me up like a crystalline charm in the hand of a child so sweet and so warm. Makes me remember why I was born every time I forget. You are here and you have a purpose to love yourself and know what your true worth is, to recognize yourself in another, to reunite as sister and brother. So do your best and surrender to love. Use all your power to lift yourself up. Put your whole heart in all that you do. Angels of heaven are calling to you. Pa-pa-da-da-da to you. Pa-pa-da-da-da to you. I will pick myself up off the ground and shake off the chatter that drowns out the sound of music ringing clear as a bell. Holds out its hands to lift us from hell and holds me up like a crystalline charm in the hand of a child so sweet and so warm. Makes me remember why I was born every time I forget. I will pick myself up off the ground and shake off the chatter that drowns out the sound of music ringing clear as a bell. Holds out its hands to lift me from hell and holds me up like a crystalline shard in the hand of a child so sweet and so warm. Makes me remember why I was born every time I forget.
That song is called Crystalline Charm, and I love it, by the very charming Melissa Gail Klein. Sounds like wind chimes, doesn't it? My wife's loving those. She's in our live chat room right now, hearing that as well. And I'll tell you what she does for people of sex trafficking is fantastic. She's got a huge heart and a huge voice, too, in the world of music. Melissa Gail Klein. Go check her out on our website, melissagailklein.com. Welcome to the third hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com is our website. We are live on there right now for another 60 minutes of the best in new country music. And this next song is also by one of the new women in country music. She calls her followers the Ride or Dies. Her name is Taylor Austin Dye. D-Y-E on the last name, so I love that. Ride or Dies. What a great concept there. And this next song is called Rest in Peace. You can check out the video on our TV channel, ICTV Indie Country Television. But I'll tell you what this song tells you the story of. If you are a man, it tells you to never put your hands on a woman or something bad may happen to you. Taylor Austin Dye, Rest in Peace on KICR Indie Country Radio's New Music Monday.
J. Michael Adams, 35, Kentucky born, and he survived by his wife and his 3 boys. Good Lord. Plain wooden casket, peace lilies in a wicker basket. Dry eyes, it's no surprise. He was living on borrowed time. Who did it? Who done did it? Somebody took one for the team. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His blood's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in peace. His mama's still crying, and the preacher keeps on lying. No, he was not a man of God, 'cause he'd been called too many times. He was a thief and a cheater, a natural born deceiver. But the moment that he beat her, his ass was mine. She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His blood's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in She called me up at 3:15. Big sister, he hit me. Enough is enough, said give me 15. His blood's thicker than whiskey. I waited long enough till he was blackout drunk. Cinder block on the pedal, threw him in his truck. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Who did it? Who done did it? Never gonna find out it was me. Who did it? Who done did it? Take it to the grave, baby, rest in peace.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it?
Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to KICR Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide, playing new country's best.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
just begun. It's your call, baby, pick one. You give me the word before we get too gone, 'cause I could leave you or love you alone. If you wanna get lost, I'd love to find you, leave all the rest of the world behind you.
Go somewhere you've never been, take a chance that I'm your man.
If you still ain't figured it out, I've got no problem slowing it down.
But don't be scared to tell me what you want, 'cause I can leave you, love you alone. Well, I don't wanna rush you, baby, and that's not what I'm about. But if I got what you need, shouldn't do without. We can call it a night, or I can take you home. I can leave you, love you alone.
If you wanna get lost, I'd love to find you, leave all the rest of the world behind you.
Go somewhere you've never been, take a chance that I'm your man.
If you still ain't figured it out, I've got no problem slowing it down.
But don't be scared to tell me what you want, 'cause I can leave you, love you alone. If I never ask, then I'm never gonna know. Should I order us another round, or walk on out the door?
We can dance all night, or not even finish this song. I can leave you,
Love you alone. Baby, I can leave you, I love you alone.
There's nothing wrong with you, there's nothing wrong with me. If only for tonight we have some company.
Man, I like the cool vibe of that song. The group is Whiskey River. Great duet right there in the song called Love You Alone. Whiskey River. Go check them out. They are fantastic. This next artist, of course, is fantastic. That's how you make it on this radio station, by the way, so we can say New Country's best behind your music. She's my good friend from Hope, Arkansas. She will be making her Opry debut at the Ryman Auditorium this Saturday night, March the 4th. Congratulations to my good friend May Estes. This is one of her latest singles. It is called Your Hands from May Estes on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. New Country's best on New Music Monday.
I've seen your hands grease stained, turn a wrench, swing a hammer, take apart a V8, put it back together and never miss a move. They just know what to do. And I've seen your hands 10 and 2, headed east on 40, hometown in the rear view. You left for me, letting go of everything so I could chase a dream. Steady and true and strong, and right where I belong. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowded dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life, wearing that band. I hope your hand's always holding mine. got me up all over, running through my hair and pulling me closer like nobody else. You know me better than I know myself. You pick me up when I can't stand, like my mama prayed for, kind of man. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door and my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hands always holding mine. When we got the whole world in the palm of it, when the going gets tough, ain't letting go of it. Yeah, we'll make the most of it. Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door, my own guitar, there on my knee in a crowd in a dive bar, holding a ring in my heart for the rest of my life. Wearing that band, I hope your hands always holding mine. Holding mine.
New country sounds like this.
Hey moon, I'm giving it all that I got. Hey moon, I'm down to my last shot.
And this.
Felt like living and I felt like dying. Oh, come on back to me.
And this.
Hey, pretty boy, you were pretty sure it was gonna work out for you.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indie Country Radio.
She looks good, I mean real good. She got that thing about her, she got that glow around her. It's been folded, but every time I hold it, I just can't believe you can fit in that much. Pretty in a 3x3. She's in that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. There's a corner ripped off, her name's in a heart at the bottom. There's a tear stain down the middle, where I've cried a little over that red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, bare feet on a salty shore. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Yes, she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the picture anymore. She ain't in this house, this room, or this town. She ain't in this bed I'm laying in right now. No, she's in a red dress, white ribbon in her hair, smiling at me standing there, cutting me right straight to the core. Her eyes shine through the faded ink, everything about it's bittersweet. Because she might be in this Polaroid, but she ain't in the
picture anymore. She looks good, I mean real good.
His name is Randall King. He is from the great state of Texas. That is one of his latest singles. It is called In the Picture, one of my new favorite songs on country radio right now. This gentleman is going to be performing for the second time at the Grand Ole Opry. Randall King, I'm talking about, on March the 15th. He debuted last March the 15th, 1 year ago already. Can you believe how time flies, ladies and gentlemen? But he will be March 15th at the Ryman Auditorium playing at the Grand Ole Opry again. Hopefully, if you're in the Nashville area, you have plans to go see Randall King live at the Opry March 15th. It's going to be a fantastic show. This next gentleman played with Tim McGraw last summer on his 2022 tour. He opened for him along with Alexander Kay and Russell Dickerson, all three having the pleasure of meeting and opening for the one and the only Tim McGraw. His name is Brandon Davis. He has a brand new single out right now as well. Here it is. It is called See You In It from Brandon Davis on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Monday.
Do you remember that time we were sitting there beneath the porch light on a late night? You were just smiling back at me. The world took the back seat. I was hanging on your every word. Or that night we caught the late show. Your daddy didn't know we were flying down a back road. His F-150 was where I stole your heart in the Georgia dirt. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in town to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this two-bed, one-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. Now I can still see summer sundress, your hair in a mess. We were everybody's dream, always be 18. Thought we had forever found. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in town to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this two-bed, one-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. Yeah. I tried leaving, but every time I try to cross that county line, I find leaving here means leaving you behind. I can see you in this town, and you think I'd burn it down. But every red light street sign leads me back in time to a place where I'm loving you. And I can see memories as I walk down this two-bed, one-bath home. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. Ain't a corner in this town your love ain't living. I know you're gone, but I see you in it. I see you in it.
Nobody knows new country
like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
Someone asked Mr. Clark, "Where do your songs come from?" He just stared at the ceiling as if to think about it and rolled his mouth with his tongue. Then with a heavy sigh and a glint in his eye, he softly explained, "Hell, it's easy, son. You just sit down, tune up your guitar, and open a vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up a pen, write down the parts that are burned in your brain. Just open a vein." He said, "Here, let me give you an example." And he played on the evening train. Said Hank wrote that song when his mama died, and he opened the vein. Or take a George Jones song or a Merle Haggard song. Hell, they've all got the same damn things. 3 chords and the truth and an open vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen, write down the parts that are burned in your brain. Just open a vein. When Mr. Clark was finished, he set his guitar down, took his handkerchief and wiped his head, thanked the audience for coming out that night. Then he leaned into the mic and said, "You know, people think writing songs is easy, but those folks ain't felt my pain. They ain't cried my tears, ain't faced my fears, ain't pulled my ball and chain." Then a hush fell over the audience. No one said a thing. They just watched the old man limp off the stage with his guitar and his cane. Then they saw it, a dribbled trail of blood across the stage from where he came. And they knew he'd done more than just sing his song. He opened the vein. Let it flow. Let it flow. Let it all flow out. Let it all flow out straight from the heart. Pick up the pen, write down the parts that are burned in your brain. Just open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein. Open a vein.
What a great story that song tells. Where do your songs come from? Just open a vein and let it flow. My good friend Dennis Ledbetter, one of my all-time favorites right there from him. We had a great time meeting him in person in Nashville, Tennessee back in 2016 when we took home a couple of Nashville Universe Awards. What a great night that was. This next artist took home an award too. He is the winner of season number 17 of NBC's The Voice. He was on Kelly Clarkson's team. His name is Jake Hoot, H-O-O-T. Yeah, just like the owl does. The song is called Be For You. If you want to check it out, it is the letter B and the number 4 and the letter U. Be For You. Jake Hoot on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best on New Music Monday.
Before you, I won't lie, there was a few close calls and almost maybes. They all made me who I am. Before you, I was sure that I was living, didn't know what I was missing, till I got to be your man. I thought I knew what good love looked like, so sure I was doing it right, but I had it all wrong. I thought I knew how forever feels, but I was just spinning my wheels. There's 1,000 things I swore I thought I knew. Before you, the sky was blue, but it wasn't blue. My heart beat, but it wasn't beating the way it is right now. If I'm wrapped up in your arms, I ain't ever coming down. I thought I knew what good love looked like, so sure I was doing it right, but I had it all wrong. I thought I knew how forever feels, but I was just spinning my wheels. There's 1,000 things I swore I thought I knew before you. You're the missing piece I never knew I needed before you. If I'm complete, baby, you're the reason, the reason. I thought I knew what good love looked like, so sure I was doing it right, but I had it all wrong. I thought I knew how forever feels, but I was just spinning my wheels. There's 1,000 things I swore I thought I knew before
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
I don't wanna know that you thought about me when you heard a song at a party. I don't wanna hear about how you hear about me from everybody. How is it my fault that you took the long way home? Don't even know why I picked up the phone. What made you think that it's okay to call me this late and tell me you're sorry about everything? You're still in love. I've heard it enough. I'm hanging up. I'm so done losing sleep. What made you think I should care? What made you think of me? I played your little game one too many times. Guess I got sick and tired of losing. So what's it this time? Did you see my car, see the stars, and wonder what I'm doing? You must think I'm stupid. What made
Rihanna. That is her latest single, What Made You Think? And you can check out the video to it on our TV channel, ICTV, Indie Country Television. That's right, we're radio, we are television. You can binge watch ICTV, Indie Country Television 24/7, even when I am not on the radio. How cool is that? The best in new indie country music videos as well. This next artist is William Ward. The song is called Water Down My Waylon on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, New Country's best on New Music Monday.
Such a long week, putting hammers through these nails. Burning down in this Texas heat, boys, it sure feels like hell. I need me a cold one, I know just what I do. 45 southbound outside of town to the jailhouse saloon. The red, white, and blue is flying high. Matter of fact, don't you tread on me. I don't ever leave my house without a 45 on my hip. Where I come from in the East Texas woods, you give a country man no live. So don't you water down my way home. Keep your dirty hands on my hind. Play a little bit of Merle now, and I'll just stay here and drink. Smoke with Willie Boy, don't ask him 'cause he don't know. I burned one down singing Whiskey River on the radio. Listening to Earl Scruggs. I gave country music down to pretty girls, rich man and thugs. I can't go on no more. Won't you find me a little bit of cash? I'll play y'all a tune and we'll step that back and burn up all my stash. Don't you water down my way home. Keep your dirty hands off my hind. Play a little bit of swinging doors and I'll just stay here and drink. I used to smoke with Willie Boy, but don't ask him 'cause he don't know. I burned one down singing Red-Headed Stranger on the radio. Find me in a honky tonk, playing songs oh so damn loud. Wishing Jones and Haggard and Merle and all them fools would end up being proud. But see, all I hear on country radio is a bunch of rich girls and pretty boy thugs. I can't go on no more like this, man. Give me something to roll. Don't you water down my way home. Keep your dirty hands out my hind. Play a little bit of swinging doors and I'll just stay here and drink. I used to smoke with Willie Boy, but don't ask him 'cause he don't know. I burned one down singing Whiskey
old shirt is getting worn. The knees of these jeans are torn. This old back don't work the way it should.
And this.
Holding a beer on a Friday night, holding a match when I need a light, holding the door, my old guitar, down on my knees in a crowded and dark bar.
You're listening to the best in new country music on KICR Indian Country Radio.
You're not breaking my heart like it ain't been broke before. You're just a scratch on the back of a record not playing no more. Go ahead and run your mouth, dragging my name around town. You can try to talk you up, but you can't bring me down. Can't get no lower than I was with you. Coming out on top and breaking through. When I move on, I move fast, good and gone, not coming back. When you see me out with someone new, just know I'm doing a whole lot better than you. I'm feeling more like myself than I did with you in this time. I know what I want like I did when I said goodbye. Go ahead and run your mouth, dragging my name around town. You might have been there and then, but you ain't here and now. Can't get no lower than I was with you. Coming out on top and breaking through. When I move on, I move fast, good and gone, not coming back. When you see me out with someone new, just know I'm doing a whole lot better than you. Didn't know what you had when you had it, now you can't have it. Can't get no lower than I was with you. Coming out on top and breaking through. When I move on, I move fast, good and gone, not coming back. When you see me out with someone new, when you see me out enjoying the view, I'm doing a whole lot better than you. A whole lot better than you.
That is a brand new single from Molly Lovett. She is from St. Louis, Missouri. It is called Better Than You. Boy, if you're doing better than me, you're doing real good right now. I'm having a blast playing New Country's best. Miss Molly Lovett right there on KICR Indie Country Radio. The brand new single from Jason Black. This may be the second or third time I've played it. It is called 10 Miles to Empty. Let's play it right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio on a New Music Monday.
I pulled off the interstate at exit 42. 11 miles of dirt road between where I was and you. That light was on the dashboard, and that needle past the E. And the nearest filling station up at exit 43. But I pressed on. I couldn't wait to get home. 10 miles too empty when you know that you can't wait. You
Think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away, 10 miles too empty. Well, I passed by that open pasture where you taught me how to drive. That pond by Mrs. Wilson's barn, we would fish all night. So many little memories on such a little stretch of road. They mean more now to me than I ever let you know. Maybe tonight, if I get there in time, 10 miles too empty, when you know that you can't wait to think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away. And I felt that engine sputter as I coasted in the drive. Heard my mama calling from the porch for me to run inside. And I stood there at your bedside, held on to your hand, whispered, Dad, I love you, as you took your final breath. I'm so glad I could be there for the last. And I thank God that I never stopped for it. 10 miles too empty, when you know that you can't wait. Think about where you are going, hoping you won't be too late. And you know that if you get there, it is only by God's grace. Sitting there 11 miles away, 10 miles too empty.
You're listening to Tim Kelly on Indie Country Radio.
I don't need a cape to fly like a plane. I just need to find my Lois Lane so she can bring the magic out of me. We're all looking for some wind in our sail. Behind every man there's a Vicky Vale, and I'm looking for the girl to set my powers free. So I can leap buildings, I can move mountains. Whole world, just you wait and see. I'm just looking for the right girl to find the Superman. Too many nights can wear on a man like kryptonite, and I reckon that's why God made Eve. Even though that didn't end well, Adam must have thought he could have beat hell, and I wish I could find a girl that makes me believe that I can leap buildings and I can move mountains. Whole world, just you wait and see. I'm just looking for the right girl to find the Superman. Looking for the right girl to find the Superman. So I can leap buildings and I can move mountains.
just you wait and see. I'm just looking for the right girl to find the Superman in me. The Superman in me. The Superman in me.
His name is Jake Schumacher. That is called Superman in Me. It's almost time to peel off this Tim Kelly cape I've been wearing for the last 3 hours. We got time for one more song. How about my good buddy Flint Thompson from Lufkin, Texas? One of his latest singles, We've Got to Keep On Meeting Like This. I agree, on KICR, Indie Country Radio's New Music Monday.
Hello, baby, how you been? Sure is good to see you again. You look so beautiful to me tonight. Sure feels good holding you tight. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night and day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this. You know, darling, when I look in your eyes, the man in me starts to come alive. But more than that, girl, you're my best friend. Whatever we do, let's do it again. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. In a crowded room, or all alone, we can go out, girl, or we can stay home. We're together, it's all the same. Every time it's just fueling the flame. We've got to keep on meeting like this. I'm always starving for your kiss. Night or day, whenever it is. We've got to keep on meeting like this, yeah. We've got to keep on loving this way. Just like we fell in love yesterday. Even when we get old and gray, we've got to keep on loving this way. We've got to keep on loving this way. We've got to keep on loving this way.
Once again, he is my good friend Flint Thompson. He is a sponsor on this program. Click our sponsors tab of KICR, IndieCountryRadio.com, and we will keep on meeting like this. Absolutely. Well, I hope you had a great time tonight on New Music Monday. I know I sure did. I want to thank my special guests, John Denny and Melissa Gale Klein, both from the state of Texas, and both were fantastic interviews tonight. If you missed anything, don't worry. We are recorded, and this podcast will be available on our website right after the show is over tonight. And it's going to go out to 14 other stations around the world and a whole bunch of other formats as well. And I want to thank you for listening so much. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Like us there on Facebook, and we will like you right back. Until next time, I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown.
take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base.